Hey, how's it going? Gino here from realeverydayenglish.com. I've got a glass of water here. Now, you'll remember in the past that I did a water vocabulary demonstration, is the word. So what I did was I had some water and I was doing various things with it. So I was freezing it, I was pouring it, I was spilling it, etc. But today we're going to be talking about sayings or idioms that use the word water. So let's do this. Happy Sunday, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here and you are a person who is trying to improve your English and sound like a more confident and natural English speaker when you do speak, then consider subscribing to the channel because I produce weekly content that will help you do just that. And if you do subscribe, make sure you hit the little bell notification so you never miss a free upload. It's free, why not? So with the introduction out of the way, let's get straight into the examples for this week. It's a lovely day here in the UK and I want to get out there and enjoy some of that sunshine before we hit the winter. So, idioms and sayings with the word water. So the first one I want to explain to you is blow out of the water, or to blow something or someone out of the water. And it actually has two meanings. They're very similar though, these two meanings. So the first one, to blow someone out the water or to blow something out the water, is to defeat someone or something easily. So, to give you an example, here, I actually live in Wigan, which is very close to Manchester, but there are two very famous football teams in Manchester. One is Manchester City, the other one is Manchester United. So, if them two teams played each other, and let's say, for example, that Manchester United beat Manchester City easily, then I could say something like, oh, Man United blew Man City out the water last week. And it means they beat them easily. The other meaning of blow out of the water is to prove something to be false or wrong. And one of the most common areas that I hear this used is in the court or legal setting. So if there's a court case going on, and let's say that someone has been accused of doing something, the prosecution are the people who are accusing. And let's say the defendant, so the person who's saying, whoa, I didn't do this, he has some new evidence. He could say something like, well, I've got some new evidence which I think will blow the prosecution's case out of the water. Another common saying that uses the word water is the saying, like a duck to water. And what this means is that someone learns something or takes to something very quickly, or it can also mean that they quickly like somebody as well. They like someone immediately on first meeting them. So to give you an example, let's say you have a new employee who is working with you, and he's working with you at work, and your boss could ask you, how's the new guy doing? How's he finding it? You could say, oh mate, he's took to it like a duck to water, and it means he's picked it up really quickly, he's learned it really quickly. The next example also uses the word duck, and this one is like water off a duck's back. So when a duck's in the water and the water goes onto it, the water just runs straight off its back. It doesn't soak in through to the skin of the duck. So hence the saying, like water off a duck's back. But we use it to mean when a potentially hurtful or insultful remark has absolutely zero effect on the person involved. So let's use the work setting again for an example. If your boss is always giving you a hard time and saying, you know, you're not working fast enough, you're not doing this, you're not doing that, you could say to somebody else, my boss is always on my back, but it's like water off a duck's back. It means it has zero effect on you. The next saying that uses the word water is the phrase to muddy the waters. To muddy the waters. And what this means is to make something unclear or confusing in some way. And the reason why we say muddy the waters is because water is transparent, i.e. you can see through it. So you can see me through this glass of water because it's clear. It's clear. But if I was to throw some mud in that water, it would become brown and you wouldn't be able to see through it, i.e. unclear. So when you muddy the waters, you make something unclear or you make it confusing. And to give you an example, the government here at the moment, they keep bringing out new rules and new things you can't do and can do in relation to coronavirus. So you could say something like, the government here keep muddying the waters by bringing out new rules, and it means they're making it unclear. Next one is like a fish out of water, and we use the phrase like a fish out of water to describe a person who is away from his or her usual environment or profession or expertise or something like that. So they're away from the usual environment or the usual habitat, let's say. So for example, if I like to play football and I one week decide that I'm going to go and play a rugby match instead with my friends, and somebody later on asks me, how did the rugby match go? I can say, oh mate, I was like a fish out of water, and it means I was completely away from my comfort zone, let's say. Another very common phrase that we use that has the word water in it is to test the waters. Test the waters. And what this one means is to judge or gauge someone's feelings or opinions before taking further action. So for example, let's say I have had an argument with one of my friends. We've fallen out, we've had an argument, and I'm due to go to his house today. So I might say something like, I might send him a text to test the waters. So if I send him a text and he texts me back, then I'll go around. So I'm testing the waters. How does he feel? Hope you find this video useful. If you do, please make sure to share it far and wide with your English learning buddies. Until the next video, I'll see you people soon. Ciao for now. Bye.